put up a career-high 43 points, including scoring the final 14 points for the Pelicans. He also received some MVP praise from his teammates following the win. Here's Zion on his motivation for last night's performance.
You know, I watch a lot of old school players, and I like to try to figure out their mindsets, and all their mindsets was the same. People remember winners. So, you know, whenever that time comes for me to be done with the game of basketball, I want people to say that he was a winner. And CJ looked at me and said, "You want to be great, it's time to step up." And that was all the motivation I needed.
This is a big prove-it season for Zion. He is proving everybody wrong. Last season, the narrative was he's done, he's washed up, he was too big for his own body. He's really grown into his body now, and he's using that muscle and that size properly here. And the game plan was, at the end of the game, get the ball to Z and get the F out of the way. And he proved why he had all the hype coming out of college. I mean, obviously, he's missed 58% of his games in his Pelican career.
Yeah,
which
I mean,
is crazy when you put that into
There's been
perspective.
issues with him being on the court.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that.
Availability is his biggest
And listen,
issue.
availability is a skill. Whatever you say, it doesn't matter how good you are if you're not on the court. Look at the Lakers with Anthony Davis this year.
Oof.
And for 4 years.
Yes.
You're on the court, then it matters.
It's great.
You got to be on the court.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much greatness you have on the bench. So Zion being on the court and performing like this is incredible. It's great for Zion and his development and his ascension in the NBA. We know what Zion is capable of on the high end, and having a career high in that game last night was incredible to watch. I mean, he's an unbelievable player. We have a really great core of young, great players. Exciting players.
Yeah.
Ja, Zion, Luka. I mean, the future of the NBA is very bright, and it's great to see that Zion is out there and being consistent with it. That's Alex Curry with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
All right, we have 2 days left in the year. 2.5 days.
Friday,
Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, Saturday's New Year's Eve.
Saturday night is New Year's Eve.
Gosh.
It's almost the end of 2022. So
what day is it? Who are we?
It's upside down.
The in-between.
We're going to take a look back at some of the biggest sports moments, some memories from 2022 when we come back on The Herd.
Inside the AFC South. Now, that makes this weekend's matchup with the Texans far less important, but Doug Peterson is not planning on resting any starters. Here's what he had to say.
It's never a meaningless game. Never, ever, ever, ever. You play to win every game, and you know, the only way I rest players is if they're hurt and can't go.
I think that's important, especially that they've won 4 of their last 5 games. They are on a roll. You do not want to break what is going on with this team right now, especially with a young team that is fighting to get into the playoffs. This is when you see special things happen with young teams. When you get on a run towards the end of the regular season, you're fighting every last moment, especially the very last game of the regular season, which is going to determine how your playoffs pan out. It's the right move.
What? Like, what is this resting players? Like, that's for a team that's already proven and has experience and is not ascending and has players who are genuinely hurt.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts, Lane Johnson, who need rest.
Yeah.
What are we talking about resting players? For what?
No.
It's football. Shady has a great line. We play football.
Yeah.
They give us money, we play football.
Yeah.
But
it's your job.
You give me money, I come talk on air. That's how this works. Like, it is your job.
Yeah.
You get breaks in the off season.
Yeah.
This is what this is for. Fans pay money to go see you play. That's why they buy the jerseys and the popcorn. Like, this is what it is. If you're hurt, yeah, rest him. If somebody needs another week to recover because they're genuinely hurt and you don't need this game, then that person doesn't play.
Injury makes sense.
Injury, not resting players.
No.
This is not nonsense.
No.
Nothing has been proven with Jacksonville. This isn't a team that is perennially in the AFC Championship game or Super Bowl.
No.
And they're full of veterans, and this is just another postseason run. Absolutely not. I don't even know where this who else did this come up with? We talked about this recently.
We talked about this yesterday.
I forget who else asked. But yeah, stop asking this.
Yeah.
Nobody's resting players.
No.
If you're injured, you don't play.
Yeah.
These are
the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Like, what have the Bears proven that they need to be resting Justin Fields?
Draft pick. They want people were talking about getting the draft pick.
Okay, yeah.
But no.
Guys,
you
come on.
You play till the very end when you have young players. You need to build that confidence. You need the experience.
Yeah, stop being silly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, switching gears to someone who is proving themselves this year is Zion Williamson. Had a statement game last night. In a one-night there, that's a different situation.
Yeah.
But if not only, I mean, the front office made it very clear. They are taking the coach's side over the quarterback and the player side, and the players are not happy with it, and they are siding, obviously, with Derek Carr on the player side.
They're taking the coach's side because they're not going to pay Josh McDaniels to go away.
Yeah.
Because that's not what the Raiders do. That's not what they do. They're not trying to spend more money on a coach that's not coaching there. Josh McDaniels has no reputation of being able to turn anything around. They're going to draft a quarterback. Okay, well, the last quarterback he drafted was Tim Tebow.
Woo.
Good luck with that. I'm with you. I mean, depending on how this goes, Devontae Adams could make a fuss, and he would be fully within his right to do so. People might not like that. But look, you left a two-time MVP to come here, and you changed it up. I came here for Derek Carr.
For him. He's his good friend.
If you trot out some nonsense next year, you're not tricking off my career.
No.
This is not what was promised. Now, I didn't think it was a bad move for him to leave Aaron Rodgers because we don't know how long Aaron Rodgers is going to be there. But again, he came here for some sort of stability.
Longevity.
No, you could argue that's risky considering it's the Raiders, but Derek Carr's not there anymore. That's his guy. So there's a lot up in the air with the Raiders. They have to make some real decisions. I don't know what decision they've made in the last 10 years would point to them being capable of making the right decision. Certainly not in the draft. I would be very concerned if I was Devontae Adams.
I would be concerned if you were a player on the Raiders right now because Derek Carr was the heart and soul and the anchor of this team as long as he's been a part of this franchise. Now, if he's gone and you're trying to recruit other players now to come to this team next season after that, they're going to look at how you just treated the heart and soul of this team and just let him. Let him go.
Derek
but
Carr had a terrible season, so it's not that outrageous when you look at his play
in the last two games of the season. Not even be on the field, not be at practice. It's like, okay, done. You're healthy, but bye. Like,
I don't know how much that matters to players coming in as much as it matters to players that are already there. This is a cutthroat business. This happens all the time. So I think it matters more to the guys who are in the building. I think it matters more to a guy like Devontae Adams how they move forward. But if they, like I said, if they trot out some nonsense next year, that's not going to help their case with anything. No. And if I'm a Raiders fan, I'm personally outraged. I know that Raiders fans are a little bit split on Derek Carr, but there's no arguing that he has been the anchor for this team. He's had 6 different coaches, nonsense after nonsense, after incident after incident, after draft pick being cut, not renewed. It's been terrible defense. They're last in sacks.
Yeah.
I really don't know who could succeed in this type of situation, and I guess we're probably going to find out.
Yeah, that's frustrating for fans, players, and the organization. But moving on to an organization that was frustrating the last couple of years, but now they're really turning things around. The Jaguars. They have won 4 of their last 5 games, setting up a big Week 18 showdown with the Titans. That